Holler if you want Giovanni. Check it out. Go grab a box of cereal so you can enjoy the video, and after it, hit that like button, plus make me a baby muffin. I almost forgot. Go get triggered, and if you do, go grab a box of snakes, cause I am very controversial. I mean, look what man happened to my man Herschel. That's it. I'm not really a rapper, you know. I'm more of a beatboxer. So, I really got nothing else to say. So enjoy the video. Peace. I told you it was gonna happen. And what do you think? You know, since this is part 2, kinda, you know, my future self did part 1. It'll be in the description box. So, I thought I should put the same scenery. Alright, so, what do I want in Resident Evil 7? Well, there's many things you could go with, but I'm just gonna go straight into it. I'm not gonna waste your time. Alright, so, we're gonna talk about the characters. The characters. And every person I mention will either be like a cameo or be mentioned in the file. Alright. We're gonna start with the 2 main characters. And the main characters are Alyssa Ashcroft from Resident Evil Outbreak. We'll get to why she's in the game. Sydney Lencox, another Resident Evil Outbreak character. Parker from Resident Evil Revelations. Jill Valentine. Leon Kennedy. David King. Mark from Outbreak. Ashley Graham's father, you know, the president he was in Resident Evil 4. Ricardo Irvin, the main villain. Alex Wesker, Jessica, random females and males, you know, who are dead, you know, turn into zombies. Ada Wong, who you also play as. Albert Wesker, the BSAA. Yes, I know it's not a character, but, you know. Tricell, TerraSave, you know, Real Fama, if I pronounced that right, probably did it. Claire Redfield, and Yoko, and Jake Mueller, or Jake Wesker. Well, his name is Jake Mueller, so people just can't help but say Jake Wesker. Alright, let's get into the story on why this is happening. The story for Alicia would be that her boss, you know, at the newspaper place that she works for in Louisiana, right? Because that's where, you know, it was mentioned in Resident Evil 7, which should have been Resident Evil Gun Survivor, let's see, 4/5. That video is going to be in the description box. But anyway, her boss tells her that there's been recent activity in Florida. That there's been possible usage of BLWs. And Lisa goes there because she thinks this could make her career. Like, she could get there before the BSAA, you know, type, you know, army type places, you know what I mean. But, when she gets there, she's, kidnapped. And speaking of, where she was kidnapped, the location is Florida. Now, specifically, where in Florida, I haven't really thought of a place, but I was thinking more of Miami, Orlando, but hey. But I forgot to say something before I continue on with the story. People will not be outside because of, you know, recent activity with the usage of, you know, BLW. So when you're playing outside, you know, you're not going to see anybody. But back to the story. Sydney, right, has moved to Florida after the Raccoon City accident. She is now medical, you know, she has a medical career now. Because remember, Outbreak, she's pretty much the healer. She was the Rebecca of Resident Evil Zeros. She was much the girl with the herbs, and the first aid sprays type stuff. Yeah, so she's in medical career. Now I was thinking like maybe she does she works at a bar for a side job. Since it brings nostalgia to her, because that's where like it all started for her. But I said nah, I don't think so. But anyway, in Raccoon City, middle and high school, she bullied this guy named Crimson Thorn. But when she found out he was abused by his parents, he became nicer to him. But Mr. Thorn never forgot about those bully moments. And from that incident, it was shaped her into how she acted in Resident Evil Outbreak. She was much out there. She wasn't accusing or judging people too quickly. That's this right here shaped her into her personality and what it was in Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2. Another thing is that Alyssa and Sydney are somehow still in contact with some of the Resident Evil Outbreak characters. And for Ada Wong, as you know, come on, she's collecting the virus in the game. For Leon and Parker, right? The government and the BSAA team up, and they sent like Parker and Leon to go check it out. Parker would mention Jill, and they would show up like fake Chris at the end of Resident Evil 7. Yeah, like he was on the radio type stuff. Yeah, get out of my face. But yeah, the villain, his full name is Crimson Thorn. His first name is kind of a shout out to Crimson Heads. Zombies from Resident Evil Remake. But let's get into his backstory. Now, this is gonna be a long one, okay? So stick with me. He wanted to become a scientist, but his parents would say no. I want you to become this. And so he said, no, I'm gonna stick to science. And from that point is when his parents started to bully him, abusing him, until he changed his mind. But he was also bullied in school. So he's like, I'm bullied, I'm getting abused at home, I'm getting abused at school. It's like even the teachers, but he wasn't abused. The teachers was like, I don't give a 2 flying F's. Get out my face. But, and then in 1998, during the Raccoon City incident, his father left him behind because he didn't save, his mom, the wife. And, however, he did escape and he caught up with his father and survived. And so, they were still able to, like they had files, stuff to like still be able to live on. And but after Raccoon City, they moved to Terra Grigia. But then, like a few years later, the Terra Grigia panic happened. But before that, Crimson did plan to move to Florida, because he finally got a good job at science. He finally got a good scientist job that he always wanted. But then, like I said, the Terra Grigia panic happened. And so he had to escape again. But this time, he made sure his father didn't come with him. Like, he made sure his father would stay dead. And the reason for that is, the reason for his father not surviving is because he shot both his father's kneecaps. And then he was attacked by hunters. After that, he moved to Florida like he wanted to, but he was not expecting what kind of scientist job he was working for, because he ended up working for Will Farmer, from Resident Evil Degeneration. And then, after Will Farmer ended, he ended up working for TriCell. And then, but after, when he started working for TriCell, some person started bullying him, and it started bringing back the memories of when he was, bullied bullied by his parents and the people in Raccoon City High School. But on his way home, the guy who was bullying him at the Tri-Cell building he was working at, right? He accidentally killed him, and the police arrested him, but he said it was an accident, and then it was it was covered up. I was like, should it be covered up, or was it like a true accident? But anyway, it was but let's just say it was the cops say the judge said it was an accident, so they let him go 2 weeks later. But secretly, he liked it, and at this point, he started killing without Tri-Cell noticing. And he became popular so much that he actually met Albert Wesker. Now, Albert Wesker liked him. Now, Albert Wesker doesn't really like anybody. He only likes himself. So this was kind of a good dynamic. But he liked him so much, he gave him a house. He gave him his own neighborhood. Like, do you ever see Albert Wesker doing that? No. But so in this neighborhood, right, it was filled with puzzles. And if anybody would try to sneak in, they would have to do these puzzles. But somehow, if they got in the house without doing the puzzles, they had to, do puzzles to get out. Look for a key to get to the gate, and then you'll see there's a key to the gate, but it's not to that gate. You have to go all the way back to another gate. See? Yeah, so it'd be a lot. For the people who was murdering, right? Like, for the people he knew who survived Raccoon City and Terragrigia, he tracked them down, right? And would torture / kill / rape them. Now, granted, it's not actually admitted that he actually rapes them. It's just maybe he does / do rape them. I want this game to be. I want Resident Evil 8 to feel like more grounded, like more realistic, more relatable. Like, because I see only the Resident Evil outbreaks being more relatable. I've been mentioning them lately, so yeah, that's why. But back to what I was saying about Crimson. When Tri-Cell ended, he had nothing to do, right? He didn't have a job anymore. So to pass the time, he actually started working at a restaurant. But he was still develop his own virus. Like, he said, oh, so this is what Tri-Cell was doing, right? So he started developing his own virus, right? And then sometime, after Alex Wesker's in Italia, right? Alex Wesker and Jessica approach him, and they start working together. Now let's get on to the weapons, right? The beginning and middle of the game would be kind of the weak gun. So Alicia will only carry a handgun and a knife, but you won't get bullets for the handgun until I'll say 30 minutes into the game. So you only be killing the zombies with knives, or you have to run from them. And let me say this, the zombies will be back. However, this will be the true zombies, the T-virus zombies, not the C-virus zombies, the C-virus zombies. No, we're gonna get the T-virus zombies, and I'll get to that at the gameplay. Back to the weapons, right? It would be towards the late middle and towards the end is when you start getting the machine guns and the grenade launchers, the rocket launchers, etc. The game's gonna end with Crimson being blown up with the rocket launcher. That's classic. Except for in Resident Evil 7 when you just defeat the person with a handgun. Get out my face. The gameplay, it will play like Resident Evil Remake, but there's always a but. But it will play like it's in third person. You will be able to move and shoot, but only if you choose that, because you're going to be able to choose between third person fixed camera angles or third person over the shoulder. So you get to choose what. If you choose over the shoulder, you get to move and shoot. But if you choose third person freeze camera angles, where it's gonna play like Resident Evil Remake, classic. The game is gonna end like Resident Evil Revelation, like you're gonna know what happens next. Remember, like in for Chris and Jill, it shows you, oh, this is what's happening next. It leads into Lost in Nightmares, which leads into Resident Evil 5. That type of ending. And the music, I want it to be smooth, like Resident Evil Remake or Resident Evil 2 with the police station type music. And there's also gonna be like hard music, like heavy music, like Resident Evil 5 type music. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna mention something earlier, but I said nah, I'm not gonna mention that because it's just no. But that's why I want in Resident Evil 8. Now I know you guys saying a serial killer. This is new. That's new. Yeah, it's because like I said, I want it to be more grounded. A new addition to the. You know what? I'm gonna talk about it. The virus. The virus in the game is gonna be the L virus. No, I don't know what the L would stand for. Let me know what would the L stand for in the comments. Or it's either gonna be another T version of virus, like it's gonna be the Tyrant Crimson virus. No, you know what? We're just gonna stick to the L. Stick to the L. It's the L virus. But yeah, let me know. Like I said, what would the L stand for in the comments? But yeah, that's what I want in Resident Evil 8. Bye.